summer swordplay. The sword is regarded as the king of all weapons, for it is said to have been the very first weapon invented in China. The dao or scimitar was invented after the sword. The most famous method being the Shaolin traditional dao technique. In ancient times, scimitars were designed for close fighting, where each combatant was in great danger. An old Chinese fight saying goes, "The shorter the scimitar, the greater the danger." Guandao is classified as a scimitar-style kung fu. However, it is very different from using a scimitar. The Guandao itself is a long, heavy weapon requiring great strength to wield effectively. Good Guandao fighters need to be powerful. But the use of long weapons also requires the swiftness that is typical of a Shaolin Kung Fu. Since using the tip of the spear is the only way to win, it is necessary to maintain distance from the opponent. Unlike with scimitars, the longer your spear, the more powerful you are. But Shaolin's most famous weapon is the stick. With no blade, the emphasis is on speed and accuracy. 500 years ago, Shaolin martial monks used sticks to fight the Japanese pirates along the southeastern coast of China. Their efficiency at seeing off the intruders proved the simplest of weapons can be the deadliest in the right hands. But no matter how careful you are using a weapon, there is still a chance of killing your opponent unintentionally. With this in mind, the most fully developed Shaolin Kung Fu techniques are hand and leg styles. Shaohong combat technique is one of the most renowned, and all novice Kung Fu devotees must learn it. This technique incorporates features of all styles of Shaolin combat, and once mastered, forms a strong basis on which to build. Advanced Shaolin Kung Fu practitioners can learn a hat combat technique. This technique, also needing immense energy, features wide-angle movements. It takes careful coordination between steps and strike patterns requiring fast actions of the upper body, using fists and palms to fight. Using simple, even strikes, long combat technique involves moving as little as possible while waiting for and anticipating attacks. This highly advanced combat technique demands at least 10 years Kung Fu experience before it can be attempted. The most creative Shaolin Kung Fu may be the 18 Ahat methods, the first Shaolin combat techniques. Legend has it that over 1400 years ago, Master Dharma, in meditation with his disciples, studied the Wu Qi Shi, or five animals play, an ancient health-giving Qigong developed by a famous doctor. He was then inspired to create the 18 Ahat methods. The five animals play is a kind of Qigong that imitates the breathing and motions of five long-lived animals: the bear, crane, ape, tiger, and deer, aiming to provide longevity. Master Dharma formulated the 18 Ahat methods on a mountain ledge less than 10 feet wide, outside the cave where he meditated. One of the methods, the white crane airs its wings, imitates the flight of a white crane. The principles of this combat technique influenced later generations all over China to create techniques based on the characteristics of many other animals. Survival of the fittest, the principle of the wild, encouraged devotees to learn the skills each animal used to survive in its habitat. The Wu Xin Chuan, or five-style combat technique, imitates five animals: the dragon, snake, tiger, leopard, and crane. Gao Xin Chuan, or dog style, is inspired by the way a dog attacks the lower body. This technique is particularly suitable for smaller people. Then there is Yin Jiao Gong, the eagle's claw, which imitates the fierceness of an eagle, as well as its predatory skills. Wu Xin Chuan, or tiger style, features the agility and strength of the tiger, emphasizing speed and aggression. This is Hao Xin Chuan, or monkey style. It is inspired by the swiftness of the monkey. Whether a disciple is good or bad in mastering the skill depends on whether the postures or gestures of the monkey can be clearly seen. Tang Lang Chuan, or mantis style, demonstrates the aggressiveness and explosive grace of the mantis.